go. All right, everybody, welcome to our workshop. We are going to do our GA public hearing at 3 o'clock, and then both Saban and I do need to hit the road after that is over. So it'll be a abridged version of our meeting today. I think the only thing that I had went to the rescue meeting last night. And so, they proposed, so typically what they do is they kind of send us a proposal of what they want to do for their budget, and then we kind of take a look at it, figure it out. The problem is they need to get a budget ready for, like, now, because Cornish votes in December.
So it doesn't fall in our budget calendar.
Right. So, it's, like, we just approved their prior year's budget. It's on and so, because that's the way it is for us, and then, or not Cornish, Hiram maybe?
Are they hitting in our target area that we're getting approved by the voters?
Yes. Yeah, and so it's, so what they put together, so instead of doing one, they actually gave us 4 options. So one option is changing nothing. So what they do currently is they do a 24-hour one crew, and they have another crew that's on for 8 hours.
Yeah.
They want to do a 24-hour crew. They're trying to expand it from 8 to 12, so they'll have a 24 and a 12.
Is that just to increase call?
More to increase or take the burden off of, like, surrounding towns, and then also to make sure that insurance income is coming to us rather than going to other towns that have to answer the calls.
Yeah.
They said they're not missing a lot of calls. They said they get roughly 1,100 calls, and they're able to answer around 1,000. So they're able to answer most.
As big as this area is, that's not bad.
Yeah. But they're, like anyone, they're struggling with personnel, they're struggling with pay. And so that was sort of where the conversation went, and sort of the need to hire. And so they got a couple things they're looking at. One is they're looking to hire or have a paramedic that gets hired at the health center that can also do rescue calls. So if they're needing a paramedic, they can pull that person, and then obviously
they would share health expenses with the health.
Exactly. Yeah, and so the person would technically be employed by them, and then I think they were talking about that position, that type of position would be covered under some federal grant monies as well. So that would certainly be good.
Good for budget.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of interesting stuff about I didn't even know, like, the levels of service. So they have different levels of service of, like, the person that's, like, in the ambulance with you. So it can be a paramedic, it can be like an assistant, it could be, there's 4 so different, and then, like, life flight's a 5th one.
Depending on the emergency.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so they're needing kind of those more seasoned people. So Rescue only has 5 full-time employees, but they have a significant number they have 21 total if you include all their per diem people. And so the way they do it is their per diem people basically say, this is what I want for my schedule for the rest of the month, and then Chief Hatch fills it out.
That's it.
Yeah. And so,
how many of that 21 people are actual paramedics?
What did they say? 7?
I mean, I only ask that question because we're so remote. And we have an aging population.
Yeah.
If the condition's extreme, they usually require paramedics.
Yeah, and so that was one of the things is that they talked about, is needing sort of that higher level of service, not being able to always meet that. So they have 3 ambulances right now, and so they're only working 1.5 basically. They're working 1 for 24 and 1 for 12, and so kind of the conversation led to this future need of a combined regional fire department rescue, kind of a joint effort there, where we're looking more towards that, having more full-time people that kind of cover both.
How long is our contract with, is it a 3-year contract?
With rescue?
Yeah.
I believe we renew it every year.
Have they ever thought about trying to contract part of the town? And I'm not sure how well that would work. Because, part of North Road, South Parsons Field is quicker and closer to Limerick and Newfield, who have 24-hour paramedics,
Right.
to take the burden off. But it would also take some of the budget off.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what because like the big thing this year is so they budgeted that they were going to get 550,000 from insurance payments, and right now their projections are only 500,000. So that's going to be that $50,000 shortfall. We've been come up with that.
3 towns.
Four. Yeah. Yeah, it's us, Hiram, Porter, Cornish. Yeah. And so, I mean, all, across the board, all of them are increases. I did not bring, but it's 4 different options. We'll go over with it. The selectmen from all 4 towns kind of agreed to meet at some point in the next couple of weeks to look at options, because basically, one board says, we didn't make a decision, here are 4 options, and, we put it out to you. Well, one town's gonna say, okay, well, give me the cheapest option, another one's gonna say, give me the
It's
one.
got to be a group with everybody together, so nobody's picking
Right.
which is best for their
Exactly. And so we gotta figure out which one works best for, for everybody. I think that the 12-hour, so same service, the 50-50 second shift, where 50% of the time they've got a paramedic and 50% they don't, was sort of in the middle in terms of price.
Yeah.
Because basically it was 50-50, which is what we do today, but 8 hours and a 24-hour crew. 50-50 with 12 hours and a 24-hour crew. And then it was 70-30, so 70% of the time a paramedic. But we also talked about the need to pay people more to get more people on. And so that's sort of why it went to that need for a larger rescue, not just a ambulance crew, but ambulance and fire, because, you've got, three fire groups that cover those 4 towns?
Yeah.
Because Keezer Falls is Porter and us, and then Cornish has their own, Hiram has their own.
We got a lot of territory to cover.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the biggest concern of it all, but you'd have 3 departments worth of equipment kind of consolidating into one. And so they said they'd seen it in a couple of northern towns where, everything's so spread out, but they'd looked at Action. Is that
Action is an ambulance.
ambulance service? Yeah. So I guess they had looked at Action back pre-COVID, and Action was $2.5 million for 1 ambulance, 1 crew. And Rescue's doing basically 1 and a third, and they are, what was it, 1.4 last year? So, yeah, I mean, it's, we're getting a decent service for what we're paying. And so it's,
So we're limited by our budget.
yeah. And they have now 3 working trucks, which is big. So,
One that doesn't put more strain on the mutual aid from other towns that are already.
right. Yeah, and so that's why they were looking at for the 12 hours, is to kind of cover some of those gaps where it's, if they do 8 hours, they're doing, 10 to 6, so they're missing that extra crew in the morning,
Yeah.
and they're, so they're getting them up until 6, but, they were
Do they have
saying,
any data to show where the most important time to have them there is?
they knew a lot of the information, they didn't give us anything, they only gave us the budget stuff, but, yeah, they knew a lot.
I mean, accidents are not a scheduled thing, so.
Right. But it makes sense that it would be more, in that 7 to 9 window, and then,
Statistics.
4:30 to 6:30 window. What else happened? Oh, I got that abatement one email that I said I was gonna take care of. I got the abatement form. We can sign that on Monday.
And everyone now knows that we have abatement forms here in the town office, right? They're right there.
Yeah, yeah. We should definitely get some in the clerk's office, obviously. But, and then I saw the thing from the Easterns doing their check on the 29th.
Yep.
So that should be good. That pump, I don't know if Jen filled you in, but the pump died.
So she did, I talked to Paul when he was here. He told me
Okay.
the pump, he
Yeah.
expected it to die. It
Yeah.
was a secondary pump.
Yep.
He didn't give me a cost at the time. He didn't have one. He told me it was gonna be very pricey.
Yeah.
Did we get an estimate?
Not yet. He said he's gonna put one together for us.
Yeah.
And there's a pile of stuff out there that we got an email that Danielle had emailed about. It's apparently stuff that was in the boiler room that was just kind of shoved in the boiler room. So I'm gonna have, when I take my car in, I'm getting a truck, so I'm just gonna take it to Tri-Town
Okay.
and just get it thrown away. Like tires and plumbing parts, and
Jesus.
this is just shoved in there for absolutely no reason.
In the boiler room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before people ask us about the replacement of the boiler did not, those parts that are going, those pumps were not part of the replacement. They're older pumps. They're
Correct.
part of the system that was remaining.
Correct. Yeah, so that pump that needs to be replaced is one of the circulator pumps. Yeah, it's one of the, it's basically what moves the water around the building to make sure that the heat gets around. If you have water baseboard heating, you know kind of what a circulator pump is, what gets the heat to the rest of the building. And so we have two pumps, and one of them is failing. And so he recognized that when he was doing the replacement. And so he's going to put together something for us to kind of let us know what it would take to replace it.
Yeah, just so we don't lose pump number 2 in the middle of
Yeah, certainly don't want to do a no heat again in the middle of winter like we did last year.
the winter. Or especially after all this work and then have pipes freeze burst.
Yeah, just exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any much more of an update for that. I don't know. Jen didn't give me any update on that, so hopefully we'll know more on Monday. But
We're waiting for a set. We were required to get a second carbon estimate,
okay,
and so she was getting one from ServPro.
I gotcha.
And once they get that, I think that wraps up what MMA's insurance covered.
Beautiful.
Adjuster needs. Then we can start moving forward.
Love that.
I'm gonna bring up at our business meeting if we can schedule a forum with the Hasty Road residents and the land share riders. Get
Yeah.
them all in the same room and talk out some of the issues they're having. And I think that probably everyone is on board for that. It's just getting it organized.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is we just need to get
We can't make decisions with them if we have a forum because it's not really a meeting
right.
per se, but we can listen to everybody and we could also have the game warden to respond to some of the stuff here.
Yeah, and if we're gonna meet, if more than one of us is gonna meet with them, then we have to advertise it. So
Yeah,
that's
and
only
I think we should get a date from them and advertise it so we can all be here because I think they're all hitting, some of them are all hitting us at different times
yep.
so that we are all on the same page.
Yeah.
But they are scheduled on our agenda for next week. However, I mentioned last night to one of them, if we have a very large turnout like that, it's for a regular business meeting, it's not going to work well. So
Right.
hopefully we can do a public forum with them, and they might be able to work some of their major issues out themselves, and we can help
Yeah.
take that further in a future business meeting.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think the last thing I want to do is close off access to all this. I mean, I know that there's a bunch of residents that enjoy it. And it's a shame. It's like anything, right? It's you get a few people acting inappropriately that.
And probably some of those people aren't even part of the club.
Oh, I'm sure they're not.
I mentioned to them when they were debating everything back and forth on Facebook the other night. I was on my way here, and it was raining, and along those side trails are pretty narrow.
Yep.
And there was a full size Chevy pickup driving up on them, and I was like, they're gonna slide down that mud and roll over.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ruining the trails for them. And those are the kind of things that put a bad name on the local riders that aren't
Right.
tearing the place up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, when you get reports of, two side-by-sides passing somebody on Hasty Road and one of them hitting a vehicle and then driving off, it's just, it's kind of forcing our hand to step in.
Right.
And so we got to figure out a way to make this work for everybody. You know, I know a lot of, I don't know what sort of capacity we have to sort of widen any of that. I haven't, you know, I've only been down there a couple times.
I don't know either. I think that's a good question because I think because of the natural preserve, it would be really nice to be, to maybe they could have a widened side trail along the road and also we could have a walking trail
Right.
for that area.
Yep.
I mean, you know, it's a nature area, so it would be nice to get the most use out of it.
Yeah.
Because there are people that walk that road and there are people that race along, so you come around a corner and people are walking there.
Right.
It startles them and I don't blame them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, if we can, like I said, make it a walking trail and ATV trail, you know, you're gonna have a lot more people that are gonna be able to utilize it. So maybe if we do end up, when we do end up doing that meeting, maybe we can get somebody here from, is it Landvest?
I believe it's landmass now.
Yeah. So we can get them,
When we have our
Involved.
business meeting next week, maybe we can start picking, you know, tasks out, who's gonna get on. Find a date that works for us and try to get them all on board for the same date.
yeah, absolutely.
And then advertise it, whereas most of us should be here, so it's not like having a secret meeting. So we're good with Eastern.
Yep.
I'm reviewing Jen's email regarding the mutual aid agreements. But I think we're covered by our warrant.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah, we don't necessarily need to have a certain agreement in place. I think if we just have, yeah, it was pretty extensive response from
It was MMA response.
MMA. Yeah, MMA legal is
Detailed.
very, and free, which is the best part.
I didn't see anything else major that had come in.
Nope.
Property taxes are out. I think they're coming in regularly.
Yeah, people have till the end of next week, so until next Thursday, they got a week left to get the discount. So, if you're hearing this and you haven't paid your taxes yet, or had your taxes paid by your escrow account, make sure that that gets done so that you get the credit for the discount.
It's 2%, right?
It is.
Every penny counts. I think it's going to be a long winter.
That it is.
It's nice to see all those old rugs that got all the way out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna look a lot better. What are we gonna have to do with thresholds, I wonder?
Well, the thresholds were part of the quote from Sanford Flooring
Perfect.
for everything, and then we'll have to see whatever comes back with Serpro.
Yep. I'm gonna say, because yeah, they'll have to put some sort of like either rubber, something.
Yeah, they had thresholds for every door.
Perfect. That'll be good. That, get the sheetrock back up, get it painted.
I think it's gonna look like a whole new building.
It's gonna look completely different. It'll be good.
I think we still are working towards the positions for secretary. Jim wants us to meet some people next week.
Yeah, she had a couple of people I think that she had met with.
Which is good. We had
Yep.
a couple people poke their nose in and ask about the CEO, plus we're still talking to Norman, so that might get resolved soon.
Yep.
And I think we're gonna try to discuss about having some sort of quote unquote staff meeting, which we'll probably also have to advertise between the boards,
Yep.
just to foster some communication and allow them also to speak up about the problems that they're seeing within their own,
Right.
each individual organization.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely have to advertise that. We'll have to, yeah, it'd be tough because, you know, like the zoning board and the planning board, we don't have any sort of jurisdiction over them, so,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be voluntary.
yeah. Mr. Bauer, You wanna come in? We're on live. You wanna come in and give us a hello, folks? For old time's sake?
You're online?
We're doing our workshop. How are things?
That's what you're workshopping?
Just
Generalities.
updates.
Oh.
All
Oh,
the
disturbing.
the multitude of things going on.
Building repairs.
They're playing around with our backyards, by the way.
I did see them out there. Yeah. Spectrum is part of their grant. They're
Yeah,
doing Orchard Road, so they've got it almost done. That'll be good. Yeah, and then they'll hopefully be able to start working around town.
I just paid my taxes so you guys can keep working now.
Hey, we just mentioned that. Come in early, pay your taxes before the next Thursday, so that way you get the discount. Save those pennies.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
So how often are you having workshops now?
Twice a week.
Wow.
Mondays, Thursdays.
Busy.
Huh?
It's Mondays
Busy.
and Thursdays, yeah.
Yeah, what's caused all the commotion?
Everything. Life. It feels like, there's sometimes that we meet and we'll be here for half an hour and then
That's it.
we kind of run out of stuff to talk about and so we're done.
Other times it's a,
Other times, it's not enough time.
yeah, who's coming in Monday for something? I saw it on Facebook. Nancy did.
Oh, land share riders coming in Monday.
Who?
Land share riders.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
We're hoping to broker some peace between them and some residents.
You hoping what?
Broker a little peace between them and some residents.
Oh. Well, the residents didn't have a problem before.
Now we had an incident where a couple side by sides passed a vehicle and the second one didn't quite make it past the vehicle before it cut in front of it and damaged it and
Oh, Jesus.
drove off and
And not necessarily the share riders group, we just.
right.
So
It's
one
just-
person's gonna screw it up for,
Well, I mean, it's, add that to the list of other complaints
Yeah.
we've gotten and about people driving too fast on Hasty and,
oh,
the usuals. But we gotta figure out a happy medium where,
yeah, because I mean, that's one of
yeah. Definitely one of the major arteries for them.
the major arteries.
Yeah.
Let's just paint a stripe down the middle and call it a state road.
There you go.
And then that's it.
Have them come in, lay
Tell them to talk to state.
a paper bit of pavement down there.
I'm looking for,
Now, I think we gotta find a good way. I think maybe doing a trail beside the road is a good way to do it, but I don't know how much latitude we have with the,
what's that, a 2-rod road, 3?
I think it's two.
So we have like 47 feet from the center of the road,
Yep,
something like that,
yep.
for the town. So you could maneuver within that area, I guess.
That's what we're hoping. So if we can do that, then we can
Yeah,
put a trail beside the road. I've seen a lot of towns do that where they do it just a little bit lower so it's obvious and leave like a vegetation.
Deborah's hiding.
She's on leave.
Oh,
Yep.
leave,
Yes.
as opposed to vacation.
Correct.
What type of leave?
Well, we can't discuss those things.
Personal.
Who's doing the notes and all that stuff?
You're looking at him.
I'm looking at him.
You're looking at him. Sunday night, it's my entertainment. I get done watching the Patriots, and then I go to the excitement of rewatching the meeting that I was already in. Taking the minutes. It's not too bad.
Frightening. Oh, well. Where's Jen? She's supposed to be here too.
She had an appointment.
Yeah,
Busy.
busy,
You know how it is.
sometimes. Take care, guys.
You as well.
See you Saturday, say.
See you soon. Say hi to Nancy.
Saturday night, Thanksgiving, you're gonna take all my money.
Good, I need some.
Oh, oh dear. I like it. I like the new carpet.
You like that?
Primitive.
It's a haunted house.
Is that rustic?
It's rustic.
Bohemian rustic.
It's rustic
That's right.
chic.
Yep.
That stinks.
It's going with the haunted house vibes.
Works.
See? Staying with the seasons.
Oh, gee.
You gonna come in and help us paint it green and red for Christmas?
How'd the boiler go? Good?
Good. Looks great in there.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Uh,
Stay out of trouble.
this is one of the times I'm glad I left. Take care, guys.
See you later. There. Brought that up and then he came in. I closed it out. Anything else before we switch it over to the public hearing?
That's everything, but I'm sure by Monday we'll have it, or Thursday we'll have it, or next Monday, sorry. Or the day of the week, we'll have a whole list of stuff. Emails seem pretty quiet today.
Yeah, it's been relatively quiet, which is nice. Had a few property card requests.
Are they mostly real estate related?
Yeah, realtors reaching out. Realtors or insurance agents is usually the driver for those.
I think now as we start to catch up on the 911 address links, that'll help
Yeah.
clear up some confusion.
Well, and so there are online solutions. So I think Porter uses it. Porter or maybe Hiram or maybe even both. But it's ArcGIS where like it does like GIS mapping.
Yeah.
And so you can click on a property and you can ask for abutters within a certain
Oh, nice.
so it does all that too. So it's obviously a cost, so we'd have to figure that out, but something maybe we can think about doing.
Are we gonna cost back for the Trio software? Yeah.
I had sent or a call today and they're gonna reach out to me. Sales is gonna reach out to me on that, and then also canceling the dog software. Cause now the state program, we did everything through that, so. All right, so 3 o'clock, we'll close our workshop and open our public hearing for general assistance. So this is a public hearing that we do every year. From the state, we get a annual maximums. We get a memo, we get it's like 7 appendices. It's basically, it kind of outlines by county, what the maximums are for GA. And they also make updates to the GA ordinance. The ordinance itself is online under news. It says general ordinance public hearing, and then the copy of the ordinance in the appendices. It is was it like 80 pages? 79 pages? Yep, 79-page document that has all the appendices and everything you'd ever want to know about general assistance. And so it kind of goes through that. We will sign or we'll make a motion to sign the ordinance on Monday during our business meeting. But there's usually never significant changes to the ordinance. It's mostly the maximums, appendices that get changed every year. And I did notice that they all went up, which sort of, given the current economic and
November can be scary.
yeah, November's gonna be a trick, right? DHHS just came out and said that there will be no SNAP benefits.
It's gonna hit food pantries hard.
It is. And so I want to get with Danielle because I know we have received funds from people to disperse for food. And so, I think that that's going to be our opportunity to help where we can. I think, it may be beneficial to reach out to Youthful Maine to see if they can do more than just the one in November, given what's going on. And so I was going to bring that up on Monday with Jen because I know she's got a good rapport with them.
So Keyser Falls, the church in Keyser Falls is our main.
Yes.
I wonder if we've heard anything from them about how their stock is.
I haven't. What is it? Is it St. Matthews? I'm going to look right now.
I thought it was Riverside.
There are a couple.
When we do the turkey trot, of course, to raise money for food banks, it's Riverside and Keyser Falls that we contribute to. Which is this weekend.
St. Matthew Food Pantry. So St. Matthew Food Pantry is the one that we give money to, we allocate money to from the town.
Yep.
We don't for Riverside. Which
Maybe they don't request it.
They probably don't. So those would be two options as well. So hopefully I can reach out to who for St. Matthew if we've got any contacts, but I can reach out to them and see just to get an idea.
Is Judy Ingram, is she the president of the association for the church?
I don't know.
I think she is.
Okay.
Riverside, but I know who picks up the food for Riverside from us for the food pantry. I can reach out to them and see what kind of shape they're in.
Sure.
I can note that right now. Just so we know where to direct people.
Yeah. Yeah, St. Matthew's in Limerick, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that's every Tuesday of the month between 10 and noon, and the first Monday of the month from 6 to 7 p.m. But it looks like we don't anyone from the public here, so I don't have anything else.
So Riverside does have a food pantry
Okay.
right there. Order. Looks like it's the first and third Fridays of each month at the church, which is at 5 School Street from 9:30 to 11.
Okay.
So their next dates, I believe, have already passed. That is on their calendar, but I'm sure they have more.
All right. Well, then I think we can kind of combine those and make sure we get all that information out there. I know some of it exists under community resources, but on the website. But I think getting those dates out there would be beneficial.
Yeah, I'll get back to you at our meeting on Monday when I find out from them about what their if these hours are correct.
Okay. From there. I don't have anything else for the GA. If you don't.
No.
Nope.
Jen knows someone at Riverside too as well.
Okay, beautiful. All right.
She's listening in as she drives him for the.
She drives either to or from her appointment. All right.
I don't think that anyone's coming in to discuss the GA,
They don't.
so we can just
So we can close the public hearing and then we'll vote on it on Monday. And then I don't have anything else for workshop. I don't think you had.
Nope.
So we will go ahead and call it a day. I know that I'm running to, I know you're running to New Hampshire and I'm running to parent-teacher conferences, so.
We're running in different directions.
Exactly.
But we will be back here Monday for our 4:30 shop and then 6 o'clock.
Thanks, everybody.